911, what's the address of the emergency?
We have a shooter.
Is he on the campus?
Yes, ma'am. He was in D229.
D229?
Yes, that's a classroom upstairs. Does
he have any weapons?
That's what a student said. Somebody said it was a gun.
We heard this blood-curdling scream. So I said to my students, down. And they turned off the lights, and my room connects with the back door to Miss Haddon's room where the shooting took place. And I didn't know what there was going to be when I walked in there, but I saw the young man leaned over the desk. He was screaming, and I just said to her kids, come in, come in, come in. They were puzzled because they knew there wasn't a shooter in the room, but they didn't know why he was hurt. And as I was pulling the last kid in, Miss Haddon said there's a bullet hole in the door, so we knew it was a shooter.
I was going to my class and I heard a gunshot, so I ran to my class and started banging on the door and screaming, but they were all running and the lights were off, and so nobody, half of them didn't hear me and then half of them didn't know what to do, so I was just kind of stranded in the hallway. And I was scared to turn around, so I just turned to my right and I saw Miss Panasuck and I ran to her, and she just held me in her arms and was like, it's gonna be okay, it's all right. And little did I know that there was a shooter behind me with a gun.
I could hear all my friends crying, and we started to hear sirens, and they all started sobbing when a siren would come by. It would get a little bit heavier, and you could kind of feel it in the room, and it was like someone was pressing down from the ceiling and going a little bit more down every second. And then every time a siren would come by, I'd go down a little bit more. And then we heard police radios in the hallway, and then it went down a little bit more. And then it was just weighing on the top of all of our heads because we heard it right outside the room, the police radio, so we knew that there was a problem. And Mr. Guest tried to be oh, it's a police chase, but when we heard the radios in the hallway, we knew that it wasn't that.
I contacted through Remind a number of student leaders that I know in different areas, and I wanted to connect as many as possible. Okay, I was STN, NHS, Gov Club, sports. It's how can we get all these group leaders? And we started kind of a group chat on, okay, what do you guys want to do and how can we do this to the best of our abilities? And they said, well, we want to wear green on Monday and blue on Tuesday. And it's okay, let's get the community involved. And let's make this thing much bigger. And so we decided Forest Friday, along with wearing green on Monday and blue on Tuesday to support forest and first responders. The Forest Friday movement exploded beyond just our school. The district turned the website green. Every school base was encouraged to wear green. Students across the county at every school were wearing green and forest things. We have a number of pictures from schools as far away as Indiana, California, Arizona. There's a group of people in Canada who wore green. So this was literally an international movement. And the idea was to show students how much support there really is in this community. Because I don't ever want students to feel that they have to take immensely drastic steps to get help or to be noticed. And that Forest is a family, and if you need help, we're here for you. And the family extends beyond the classroom, it extends beyond this campus.
I am incredibly proud to work at Forest High School. Our students showed that they are the best in the world. They were calm, they did exactly what we asked. They listened, they were supporting one another. Our administration did exactly what they were supposed to. The first responders were amazing. And in the middle of something horrible, people showed grace and dignity under that. And I think it's something that should be honored and respected. A lot of times people try to remember things because, so many kids died. Instead, I want people to remember that, look at how wonderful it happened because everyone did what they were supposed to. And when you really come together, it really helps to avert, which could have been just a dynamic tragedy. When you look at these teachers and the sacrifices that they made instantly to ensure their students' safety, it really shows that Forest High School cares about their students, we care about each other, and we care about our community.